Lights, camera, action, wiggles. Okay, sorry. Um, I'll do it. Alright, so, welcome back to the Random Fandom. I'm your host, RavenWood, and welcome back to RavenWood Reads. I'll be reading The Artificer as your host, like always. We're going to finish this chapter, and then after we finish this chapter, I will. I'll start the. I guess I'll start the next book of what's it called? I'll start the next story, not the next book. I'll start the next story of what's it called? Oh, what's it called? Fazbear Frights. But speaking of which, I'll be right back. You will just wait right here. All right. Here we are. Here we go. Yeah, this. I'll also be reading this tonight. So, no, this is the wrong book. 1 second. This is still over here. Yeah. My bad. That's book 3. Oh, what are we reading out of book 1? Actually, maybe. I don't know. Sorry, turning my belt. Sorry. We're not tying my belt. Fixing the waist. My shirt. Should not have done that. Oh well. Where is he? Let's see. The Artificer. Okay, yeah. He vomited. That's where we left off. He vomited. I'm a little shy to post this in the tundra. Probably should. I'm also a little bit shy to post this anywhere, to be honest. Is my hair good? It's okay. It looks awful, but it looks okay. I'll get a haircut soon, so yeah. This will look a little bit better. Let's see. I'm not going to recap the entire thing, so it doesn't matter. It's fine. I'm just going to read it. And basically, I'm on page 28 of the paper back. At the bottom of the page. Well, not really. At the bottom of the page. It's roughly right here-ish. There's a bar right there. So I'll read that. I'll read these last few pages of this chapter. And if we got time, we'll definitely have time. We'll definitely have time. Yeah, we'll definitely have time. What I'll do is I'll read the first chapter. I finished reading the first chapter, and then I'll probably read the first paragraph or two of the second chapter. But then I'll pause there. Then I'll go into back into this book. So this, then that. Okay, so let me start at the bottom of page 28. And if anyone pops in, I'll let you know or whatever. So yeah, I forgot my one rule about the 5-minute wait time. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Even with his stomach emptied minutes before, he still found himself reeling against a nearby tree for the better part of, well, he didn't know the time scale honestly, but it felt like forever. He briefly humored making some kind of watch when he felt another pull at his gut. Only air and a stream of spittle escaped his lips. Well, if his plan was to find food, he'd not just fallen back to square one, he'd blown himself backwards past it. Damned power didn't warn him the berries were poisonous. Why would it even have the recipe for poison porridge? Did it expect him to assassinate someone? Did it expect him to assassinate someone with it? A click caught his attention. Yes, like the little magic hand. The magic glowing hand is like, kill. Kill. Gotta kill. Click caught his attention. He looked up to meet the pupilless blue eyes of the being, the person he'd run from the night before, the one outside of the barn. And like before, the crossbow was aimed squarely at his face, held by charcoal hands. He rolled forward, unable to control the fresh, dry heave as it forced its way out of him. The dark man looked at him with what seemed to be a quirked brow. The solid iris was shifting between him and his camp. Gutra berries? Poisonous to humans, are they not? The dark man mumbled. Yeah, he groaned. It was a calculated risk. The dark man's stare swiveled back to him immediately. I don't know how to pronounce Grutra. Grutra? Gritra? Why is there a U? Why is there two E's? Guicha? Or is it Guicha? I can't pronounce fake words. Okay, sorry. The minor setback, delayed, whatever thing. Aside. I forgot to say aside. Sorry. Minor setback aside. Okay. Greater berries? Poisonous to humans, are they not? The dark man mumbled. Yeah, he groaned. It was a calculated risk. The dark man swirled back to him immediately. The luminescent irises were piercing. You're a foreigner. Your motric is very rough. Mort is like Mort, like Mort from the penguins of Madagascar. or if you watch just the films, then it's Mut from the what's it called? The Madagascar films. Sorry. When it comes to the Madagascar, the Madagascar films, I'm thinking of the Mut, Mut, come quick! I need you to help me. More trick. So no, is it Mortic? Yeah, Mortic. Mortic. Yeah. Mortic. Mort. Is it Mortic or Mortic? Mortic. Mortic. Blah, 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 blah. I can't pronounce fake words. I can't pronounce real words, fake words. I can't even pronounce the word pronounce correctly. I think, probably. I think I just did. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Your Mortic is very rough. Staggering to stand, he used the tree for support, and then what the dark man said to him. What the dark man said hit him. Mortic? I'm starting more than the guy is starting. Dang! I can't even stutter correctly. Mortic? He squinted, trying to think through the nausea. Is that your language? Yes, Darkman replied, obviously confused. Yeah. I'm not very good at it, he finally answered. We changed. Yesterday everyone here had been speaking gibberish, but now they sounded clear as day. He hadn't even made a the pin? Was it the pin? Was it actually doing something? His fingers scrabbled at it only to fall limp when another heave shook him. His thoughts crumbled back to the silted conversation. I'm your barn. Sorry about last night. Sorry about that last night. I was scared. I have nowhere to go. The crossbow dipped before aiming at the ground completely. You camped out here all night? He held up his hand and stomached another convulsion. I can't pronounce real words. See, I can't pronounce fake words and real words. I just can't. Just no convulsion. They were getting weaker. More like passed out. But yeah, I made do. You poisoned yourself. I didn't have many options for food. He looked up at the new. He now looked up at the now cool porridge. That was my best pet. Did you think yourself a dwarf? Dwarf. He took a deep breath and the spinning in his head began to slow. Only dwarves can eat them, poisonous to most everything else. He stood up, bracing his back against the tree. That is very good information to know. And I'll be sure to keep that in mind the next time I slowly starve to death. The dark man gave the cup a glance before sitting on it, markedly avoiding where the stomach spellings were. Very poorly dressed to be out this far. Why are you so unprepared? If you are out near Tomoloda, Tome, like the book, like Tome, Loda, or maybe the E's like Tome Loda. Yeah, this is nice. Tomaloda. Let's look at the map. Surely Tomaloda will be somewhere here on the map. In case if I lose my spot, let me go back over here. Okay, there we go. Tomaloda. Trent. Parents. Zabra. Sergia. Tomaloda. Found it. Tomaloda. Ushgort. Jigsaw. Tomaloda. Okay, so he's like right at my finger. So I'll hold that for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Anyway, so he's like at the top of the map by the looks of it. Somewhere around there in that area. Near Merlin Street. Tomaloda. 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 Near the woods is a great place to be finding poisonous berries that only dwarves can eat. And I'll be camping in the woods, finding out my magic hand. What can I do and what can I not? We'll find out soon in the great land of Tomaloda. Tomaloda. I don't know what caused me to start singing. Tomaloda. Tomaloda. Here in the great land of Tomaloda. Tomaloda. What's this planet called? Tomaloda? No. Ixion. And the great land of Ixion. Why are you so unprepared if you're new Tomaloda? 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 Tomaloda. Sorry. So catchy just to say it. Blue eyes narrow then. No, not where you are. Oh, sorry. Blue eyes narrowed at. No, not where you are. Shaking his head and regretting seconds later from the sudden spinning. Spinning. I hate spinning. He replied, frankly, I'm from somewhere else. I got kidnapped from my desk and dropped here. Choosing his words carefully, he was imperative. There was no telling how many people would react to learning about a different world. Do they have desks here in this time period? That was pretty safe bet, right? I think a lot of it still needs to sink in. If those were your circumstances, why did you not ask for help? You scared my friend and I half to death. I said I was sorry and complications. He waved a hand around his head, hoping it would convey what he wanted. I wasn't thinking clear last night. A lot happened so fast. I was panicking. The dark man sighed. You broke our luck. He winced. I guess sorry doesn't cover that. No, the dark man stated. It does not. I'm changing from like a weird guy to like a barn guy to a farm guy and to old man guy. Maybe I'll go to like old man farmer guy. Rubbing his head. Yeah, I'm gonna go with like, well, Until his age is confirmed, he could be the stud farm guy. Low. I work here at my farm. My dad's farm. But right now I'm sticking to the voice that I'm going with. No, it is not. Or it could be like cabin guy, cabin dark man guy. I don't know. Rummy's head an idea came to mind. If I fix the lock and help around your farm, do you think I could stay with you? The dark man leaned back. His eyes narrowed and his lips pursed. Nerith would have to be asked, but if he agrees, and you work to fix the lock, I may agree. Not the wisest idea, but you were not of a malicious sort, and nothing was stolen. Come back with me to Tomaloda, and we can discuss it with him. Conscience will not allow me to leave you here, and a fellow farmhand would be useful. He flashed his palms to the man, a show of submission. Anything to get a roof over my head? At this rate, standing, the dark man groaned, swiping back an errant lock of glossy gold hair. Hey, so he's got golden hair. He's like, So I don't think he's an old man. He's just a man with golden hair. So he's probably somewhere around the farmhand spectrum, the voice that I'm failing so well at. So he's got golden hair, but you can call me Terith. Or Terith. Terith? Or Terith? Terith. Let's go with Terith. Because he nodded, reaching out a hand to shake. My name is... Wait, what was his name? Okay, I hate this. I feel like it would have been much better if like this story was in first person perspective. Or, well, maybe not. I don't know. It just feels odd to not read in first person perspective, in my opinion. Oh well, I'm not gonna judge. Maybe I'm just so used to reading in first person. Anyways, doesn't matter. Okay, wait. What was his name? Dum bum bum. Oh boy, now he doesn't know his name. What are we gonna do, boss? Shake his hand. That has nothing to do with shaking his hand. I meant to say shake his. No, not shake. I meant to say you use his head, but for some reason, shake his hand was the effect that Buzz wanted. Whatever. Well, they use his head. I don't want to use my head. And chapter 2 is called Earned Not Owed. We'll take a moment and we'll sip some hot cocoa. 25 minutes in. Yeah. All right. Or no. Okay. I got a sentence. The end. Okay. There we go. Bye. See ya. All the way. Bye-bye. Okay. So what I'm going to do is read the first paragraphs. If no one shows up, let's see. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the entire page of page 32, paperback. And then, depending on the time, I might move on to the Five Nights at Freddy's book. Because I've just... I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I am thinking about it. We'll get there. We'll talk about it when we get there. When we get there, we get there. If there's anyone that's still on... If there's anyone that arrives in the chat by the time I'm done with this page, then I'll move on to the next book over here. Because, like, I don't want to linger too much on the Artificer, because I kind of wanted to dedicate to completing this series. But, you know, earned not owed. Of all the things to forget from brain damage, your own name has to be near the top of the list of the most disconcerting, and never really registered how important something so simple could define so much of one's identity. He had one, but like the faces of his family and friends, it just refused to crystallize. Like it was at the tip of his tongue and swiped right off. It left him with some measure of panic as Terrence led him back to the farm. And by the time they arrived, he was almost thankful to start panicking over how he integrate himself to Tariff and his fellow farmer. Neref was a squat, stocky man, a head and a half shorter than himself. At least, that was measuring by human heads. My back is hurt. Let me sit like this. There we go. While decidedly less noticeable than Tariff, with the dyed skin and blackless eyes, Neref was still very alien. And Neref was still very alien to him. A bigger head, broader shoulders, thickened muscles that looked in ways that didn't ring true of the anatomy he was familiar with. Nerf may have moved like a human, and even superficially looked human, but everything in his brain told him that Nerf was not, in fact, a human. So, are we going with stereotypical alien? Like a xenomorph? Or something just completely different. I don't know. Is he a furry? Hey, alien furries? Sorry. Or alien species that look like animals but actually not? I don't know how to explain this. So, I wish there was a picture because I don't think this would... See, we had a bigger head. Okay. Then is his head like a more of a light bulb shape? A watermelon shape? Xenomorph? Grapefruit? I guess, for xenomorph. If you don't want to like get sued or whatever, like a grapefruit shape or banana shape. No, that's not bigger. That's longer. The more uh, mug shape that cylinder, sphere. Is it just his jaw? Is it his nose? Well, the nose wouldn't be the head then. Um, but I don't know how you would describe like muscle anatomy. I guess. Ouch, ears. My nose. Everything's itching right now. What the heck? Ow. Okay. Broader shoulders, thickened muscles, that looped in ways that didn't ring true for an enemy. Familiar with. So an AI human being. It only started to register as the pair exited the tree line and drew near to where the man was working in the fields, but then he had to school his face to prevent some kind of insulting expression from manifesting. I found last night's intruder, Tara opened, introducing him in a probably the least flattering way possible. Nerv took one look at him and at his haggard appearance and huffed, combing meaty fingers through his oily black beard. Not much, is he? He is lost, he says. The explanation was curt and lacked nuance, but it do. And a place to stay. He has around the farm in exchange and fix the barn lock. Dark pointed eyes crawled over his body, doubt weighing them with every inch. Here is a scrawny boy. He'll be working till he dies to make himself worth it. That's a little bit harsh. All right. The slight was unnecessary, and he jumped in to defend himself. I can fix it, he said. At least I think I can. And after that, I'll hold my own. I promise. It was a heavy promise to make, and his own doubt rolled around in his belly. If he couldn't live up to expectation, what would they do to him? How much weight did promises carry here? Nerv twisted his lips and nodded. Good luck, cost pretty coin. He wanted to make a snide remark, something along the lines of, You won't need to spend a single coin. But he managed to swallow it. He may have already overpromised himself to these guys without knowing the full extent of his abilities. No point sinking himself deeper. So, instead, what came out was, Show me where it is. A look was shared between Tareth and Yerf, a mixture of appreciation for sure. Intrigue was in there as well, but it was hard to tell what else given their alien features. Darith was comically understated, and Nerif was over exaggerated. It was missing. The farmer he'd broken into last night. The small person-sized door offset to the larger main doors hanging inward or without the lock. cracking his knuckles to still his nerves and shooting up two nervous, shooting the two a nervous glance. He approached Zoeldo. Okay, we're gonna pause right there, and I'm gonna drink some more of this. Well, I'm a man of my word. Ooh. Back pop. Hair swag. Oh, okay. Let's see here. Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy. But will you be my... Maybe. All right, okay. Okay, let's see here. Well, no one's in the chat. So what I'll do is go dive into the pit. So the next stream will be mostly focused. But so the last story was the last story in Five Nights at Freddy's was about Into the Pit. A not time traveling ball pit, but a more of a memory bucket. Like a memory palace of sorts. It's kind of like travel, but in the it's kind of like time travel, but only in the mind. So it's not real. It's not real time travel. Also, I did some research, and if you would watch those streams of the if you watch the last stream where I mostly theorize, right? I've theorized that he didn't get bit, but rather he scraped his arm against his dad's mill boots. A detective always looks for the facts, okay? If you pay attention to the details that are there and said, you'll notice that that sometimes things are more than what they seem. So I'm assuming that whatever's happening in the ball pit, whatever is causing him to have these fake memories of the past, it's probably some sort of memory technology, or that the ball pit is so filled with paranormal like memories of the past, right? And that's as far as the gap between what's fiction and what's not, right? I want to go back to the Fazbear fights real quick, to the Into the Pit real quick. You have to really think about what's fake, what's not. Okay, that's why they're like, if you really think about it, yes, the haunting and all that, the ghosts and stuff, that's real, but time travel is not real. I know this is the FNAF universe where like, oh, time travel, blah, blah, blah. But if you look deeper into what is being said into the story, when a story mentions small details like mill boots, like his dad's mill boots, right? And then when you Google search mill boots, you'll find a pair of mill boots that have spikes on the bottom of the mill boots. And so when he gets bitten by the rabbit, he isn't actually being bitten by the rabbit. He's actually scraping his arm against his dad's mill boots by accident. Remember, we're talking about a kid who's experiencing a terrible incident, or rather the memories of the incidents, right? Now, actually, no, since we theorized about that story, let's theorize the Artificer. Okay, I am now. Before doing the stream, I've completed one I've completed the first chapter, but however, I have not read anything. I have not read a single page further than the first chapter. Right now, I'm just now learning new information from Earned Not Owed. But anyways, so and the thing is, the Artificer. Going back to the Artificer. Okay, so we're told right out of the gate. Okay, the god of this fantasy universe gives him a magical arm. So far, the magical arm is basically like Minecraft in a way, but it kind of glows like Emiya's trace on ability. So it's like a mixture between trace on and Minecraft, the crafting table, minus the table. So it's like trace table on or Minecraft trace on, mine on. I don't know. So I think he's going to fail fixing the lock for the first time. Right? He gives it one chance. He gives it one shot. Tries to fix the lock. Doesn't. It's just doesn't get fixed whatsoever. And so like, you're full of baloney. That the Nyrus is going to be like, you're full of baloney. You're crap, or not crap. You're full of lies. Go clean. Go clean the pigsty or the alien, the space pigsty or something. I don't know. Whatever. So yeah, that's my theory, is that he's not going to get it at all. And then after a few nights of attempting to get it right, to fix the lock, right? He fixes the lock, and then like these farmers are like, "Wow, you can fix the lock," and then they they're like, "Hey, well, let's tell the townspeople this person can fix locks, fix things, do things that are abnormal," and then he gets kidnapped again, or I don't know. That's my theory. Then my theory is that, or he fixes the lock immediately, and then they kidnap him and then ship him off to like Space England, and then the Space England people like like evil space scientists. Oh, excuse me. Since this is a different planet, I'm going with space terminologies. Yeah, the space farmers like sell them to whatever, right? Or they force him to make things for them or whatever. And then he something along the lines of not betrayal because they're not friends. They just met each other, so sold out, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. And then he just finds himself into more and more and more and more trouble, and then blah blah blah. That's my theory. I do want to. I'm torn. Continue this or continue this. Technically, I finished a story from this, right? It's a completely separate story. And then I finished a chapter of this. So I don't know. I wish I had a chat to help me out here, but I don't have a chat to help me out here. And at this point, I'm kind of like, well, I'm at a crossroads. So, what to do? What to do? What to do? This is nothing but talk at this moment. This point. You know what? Since this is the Artificer stream, I will continue with the Artificer, and then the next stream would be To Be Beautiful. So where were we? Oh yeah. Okay, so he approached. Upon a quick examination, he wrought the iron lock. And the wrought iron lock was a simple deadbolt with a latch at the bottom where a proper lock could be threaded to keep it in place. The thing was covered in rust, brittle in his hand. Oh, To Be Beautiful, by the way, if you're just not watching this stream in particular, or not just watching this, or if you click on this video after the stream's done, but you don't click on any other streams or whatever, To Be Beautiful is a separate story than Into the Pits or whatever. Back to this story. Anyways, covered in rust, it felt brutal in his hand. No wonder the deadbolt had snapped after being slammed into the door. The frame, after slammed into the door frame and shot with a crossbow bolt. He scolded at that, but bit his tongue. Tareth wouldn't have fired that shot if he hadn't been there in the first place, and he still technically bent the bolt himself, so it wasn't like he was blameless. Yeah, you're not blameless in this situation. This thing was rusted through, he noted. Probably would have broken sooner or later. Nerf leveled an uneasy eye his way. Aye, but who still broke it? Best be fixing it. Don't get your beard in a bunch. I said I'll do it. I'll do it. Didn't I? I said I'll do it, didn't I? His words came out in a languid sigh, empty of bite. Sorry. Probably wasn't best to antagonize Nerf, but the attitude was getting annoying. But the attitude was getting annoying. He hefted the broken halves and pressed them together with his right hand, Imagining the bolt complete and strong, his arm began to glow, projecting the image projecting the image as it had everything else. A flash of green later, and a whole shiny new bolt was affixed to the door. Admiring his work, he stepped back and almost fell onto his ass when his vision spun and his legs shuddered under the weight of his body. It lasted only a hair's breadth of a second, breadth of a second, but it was enough to get his pulse pounding and bring sweat to his palms. Rubbing at his eyes, his attention was only dragged back to the farmers by Tara's voice. "Spellcaster, are you?" "Spellcaster." Sorry. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm bored. No one here besides me, but you gotta have friends. Sorry. "Spellcaster, are you?" "Oh, spellcaster, are you?" "No," he replied, gripping his wrist. He winced, remembering the strange man's words that most people wouldn't be kind towards the tattoo. He'd been careless. "It's complicated. It's more like a gift." "Well, it's certainly a good one," Nerf grumbled, a voice like two sliding sheets of granite. "Thing looks good as new. And here I thought we have to make do with an open bar in the next few weeks." "Well, I didn't mean to give you to that scare, or break your door." Tariff nodded. There was a narrowness to the dark man's eyes. "Intriguing. I was thinking of inviting you to stay out of pity. I was inviting you to stay out of pity. I was inviting you to stay out of pity." My brain thought that was one structure or one complete thought. Brain function. Okay, so I was inviting you to stay out of petty. My brain thought I was inviting you to stay out of pity. So I'm just gonna fall asleep right here and die just because of that. No, not really. Not really. I'm not gonna die. Oh. And it's weird. What's weird, it's written exactly like that. It's written as it's written as intriguing. I was thinking of inviting you to stay out of pity, comma. Not I was thinking of inviting you to stay, comma, out of pity. Or something in between. Or I don't know if there need to be a comma there or something, but like it's just because the way my brain works is that if you don't, it's probably just me. It's probably just me. To stay out of pity not stay out of pity. Like as if pity was a person, place, or thing or something. Anyways, let's continue reading. Intriguing. I was thinking of inviting you to stay out of pity. But that would be worse. Would that be worse? No, that would be better. Oh well. But that is quite a talent of yours. Thanks, I guess. How much can you do that? He looked up to his hand and tapped his fingers over his tinged eyes. I've only really just started experimenting with it, so I couldn't really say. I see. Nif, the dark man said, turning to his companion. Opposed to him remaining here as a farmhand? Quite a few things we need repaired that are unable to get to. Nerf's eyes closed, arms crossed. If this gift is one, I can't speak. If this gift of his is, this is why I don't speak country. Isn't some sort of fluke, and it keeps earning his keep. And he keeps earning his keep. He'd be pretty useful to keep around. That's 3 keeps. What the bollocks? What the bollocks is that? Why do you say 3 keeps in one sentence or one? No, don't mind me. Don't mind me. I'm just being nitpicky now. The dwarf agreed. And that was how he wound up becoming the farm's official handyman. Repairing wheelbarrows, pitchforks, get your pitchfork. Sorry. Repairing wheelbarrows, pitchforks, the crossbows, the doors, the walls. Oh, the walls? Entire fucking wall? Says my protection is ended, but I don't even use it. But alright. Okay, weird computer notification. We're talking about the entire wall, not a section of wall, not like the mantle or the whatever, the frame or the paint or the. We're talking about the whole ass wall. Okay. Unless it's wooden walls. Probably. Yeah, probably. Pitchforks, the crossbows, the walls. It was surprisingly fun work. Seeing how far he could press ability, and it was pretty damn nice to have a roof over his head. With 2 square meals a day. Immediately, the space he had to himself amounted to a cot in the corner of the farmhouse main room. It gave him the lion's share of the space of the home, since Tereth and Nearth had their own smaller homes. Oh no, their own smaller rooms, not homes. It's a smaller rooms, but the warmth from the center fire was fleeting when it diffused into such a large space. Even right next to it, invited an unpleasant chill. The meals, while warm, weren't always enough to account for how exhausted he was after using his ability. Some jobs were especially taxing. So I can imagine him like fixing the entire wall, and then he just flats out, pass out, and the nearest or looking like you're passed out. and definitely scaled with size and complexity. Repairing an entire thatched roof in the blink of an eye was cool, but blacking out almost a moment later was decidedly less so. The kid blacked out. What are we going to do? More food. Okay, now he's going to eat like an anime protagonist. All of it was better than nothing, however. No. Okay, this is. I didn't think I would come across a punctuation error, but this is what I have this ingrained into my brain thanks to my college professor. Okay, all of it was better than nothing. Semicolon. However, that's especially why. Whenever it's for some reason when it's words like although, however, somehow, I think it's somehow. But like whenever it's words like however, although, maybe throughout, depending on how the sentence. No, not throughout. I'm thinking of a different word. But with words that like, albeit, however, although, not so, not fanboys, not for, but so yet, but when it comes to like words like, although, so I think somewhere, somehow, probably. No, just although, however, and albeit. And other words that are like those three words. You have to have, well, not necessarily have to, not necessarily have to, but the proper way to structure a sentence like this. And if you want to have a semicolon instead of a comma, you put all of it was better than nothing, semicolon, however, comma, which you did put the comma after, however. Just saying. Now, you don't have to do it all the time. Granted, you don't have to have the semicolon every time. But my college professor did say, he did say that be consistent. If you don't abuse the semicolon, but if you're going to use it, be consistent. So with me, it's going to be with those three words, however, albeit, and although. Anyways, all of it was better than nothing. However, he had worked about in his free time to improve the situation. Semicolon. Why is there a semicolon? Let me read the rest of the sentence. He worked about his free time to improve the situation. He made the curtains that could close in the fireplace and keep the heat in, cleaning. Okay, no, you don't use the semicolon for that. or at least according from what I'm taught. Now, it could be that you and I have been taught differently. Raymond, if you ever watch these. It's not important. It's not life or death scenario. The world will end because now you published a book with the incorrect way to the potential where the potential of a semicolon and then the incorrect way to use a semicolon. It could be that we're taught differently. It could be. I'll give you some slack. It's again not the end of the world or whatever. Probably is. God. Okay, no. But like, it's not gonna bother me. It bothers me. It's like the meme. You don't need it. It's not gonna bother me. It's not gonna bother me. It's not gonna bother me. It bothers me. I may have to Google it. Now, you know this is my stream, damn you. I'm gonna Google how to use a semicolon. How to use a semicolon correctly. You have to type in correctly, or otherwise they'll give you the incorrect way. Okay. Oh, there's even an image. There's even an image. Incorrect way. I have only one thing to do, semicolon, to look for her. That's the semicolon. Correct. This is just the colon. Okay, no. Yet incorrect. I have only one thing to do, semicolon, to look for her. Ha ha! I'm right. Okay, and then the correct. I have one thing to do, colon, to look for her. You used it incorrectly. I'm happy. You're supposed to use a colon. You were supposed to use a colon here, not a semicolon. Semicolon was supposed to be used in the previous sentence. I win argument. And I'm arguing with myself because you're not even in the chat or nor in the comment section yet. You're not in the comment section yet. But until then, until you're in the comment section, and then you can debate me. Okay. What was it? I don't know why I'm excited about this. Okay, so no rule. Okay. Now what are the correct ways? Okay, so use a semicolon in place of a period to separate two sentences where the conjunction has been left out. That is technically a way to do it. That is technically a way to do it. Examples. Call me tomorrow, semicolon. I'll give you my answer then. Because you know why? It's not a list, or it's action and future action. And so this, let's see. This is past tense. He worked about in his free time to improve the situation. He made curtains that could close in the fireplace and keep the heat in. No, this is a list. Yeah, and that's another thing. Use the colon, normal colon. Use the colon for list of things, not a semicolon. Okay. And so this is just rule 1. Call me tomorrow. I'll give you my answer then. Okay. I guess you can technically switch it out to like past tense maybe. Of what he would do and what he will do when he do it. Probably. So I'll give you a leeway there. I don't know why this is upsetting me, because you had an opportunity to use it not perfectly. You had the opportunity to use it correctly, and then you blew it when you do use it. It's not a big deal, not in the world, but in the second example, I have paid my dues. Semicolon. Therefore, I expect all the privileges listed in the contract. That's how you do it. See, therefore, however, so rule 2, use the semicolon before introductory words such as namely, however, therefore. See, introductory words. Okay, so let me see. Namely. No, namely was not used. Therefore, that is technically it is a complete sentence introducing another complete sentence, but the way you use it is not the right way. At least. No. Oh, and for example, okay, yeah, I almost forgot the for example. Yeah, okay, so no, you used it incorrectly. Now, technically, you could use it for fanboys, but that's not the. But my college professor does not like that because it doesn't. No, see, the example that they when they said for fanboys, let's see, images. Where is it? Let's see, where is it? Come on. Well, anyway, for fanboys, but it's kind of weird. Yeah, don't use it. Don't use it with conjunctions. Conjunctions are words like, and, but, or, nor, for, so, and yet. Okay. But use them for introductory words. You didn't use it. You had a chance to use it for an introductory word, however, but you didn't use it in the sentence you do use it. Or you, I'm disappointed. I'm so disappointed. I know. Okay, let's finish this story. Enough of that. That's a tangent, but it's a tangent. I know. I made a rant. I made a rant about it. But this is my stream, and I can do whatever I want. So there we go. Okay, let's start at the first sentence where you made the mistake. Anyways, all of it was better than nothing. However, and wait. You also used however incorrectly here. Because you're not. All of it was better than nothing. However, and he worked about it in his free time to improve the situation. No, I don't think. Now see, we come from one mistake to another. I can't believe I completely skipped it, though. You technically don't conjunction an introductory. You don't say, although, and. Well, you could probably say, although, and, therefore. No, you can say, you can say, although you did this, and then you continue. I will, but soon there or after. I'm a maniac. No, I don't. I'm gone insane because of I'm correcting your punctuation and grammar. The nerd that I am. Well, no, it won't get past me. Yeah. Here. Okay, so where was I? However, he worked about in his free time to improve the situation. He made the curtains that could close the fire. Well, that technically works. That technically works. Because you are talking about this free time. And then what he does in his free time. So, technically works, although kind of doesn't, because I say so. So there. Anyways. All kidding. Well, mostly kidding. I'm watching you. I'm watching you. I'm watching you. He made curtains that could close in the fireplace and keep the heat in, cleaning the upgrading the cooking tools to maximize how much food was made, limiting the use of his power to a reasonable amount per day to prevent passing out. Wait, is this why you were nervous about other people reading your books? You and your editor, if you hired an editor? I think you hired an editor. Did you hire an editor? Let me see if you hired an editor. In editor. Nope, it doesn't say where. Was it an editor? Edited by Caden, thanks to. That's a nice name. I feel like I know that person, Caden, or heard that name somewhere. I don't know. Oh well. Let's see. I could be wrong. I mean, I could be wrong. I'm willing to admit I could be wrong. Upgrading cooking tools to maximize how much food was made, limiting the use of his power to a reasonable amount per day to prevent passing out. None of it was perfect. He almost set the house on fire. He almost set the house on fire with the curtain placement. Of course, it wasn't perfect, but it was getting somewhere livable. It was getting somewhere livable. Outside of that, most of his time was spent talking to Tareth and Neith, though the latter was pretty tight-lipped early on. The conversations were all over the place in terms of topic, though he often tried to steer the conversation to answer questions he had about where he was. And we're going to end it there, folks. I know I spent like 10 minutes about the correct and the correct usage of a colon and semicolon, and if I were to learn more about those rules and hammer them down and then read every single sentence you make in the book, I'll probably get nowhere in the book. Probably one of the reasons why I'm not an editor yet. Probably, I don't know. It's just maybe sometime in the future, my future self will look back into me and say, "Dummy, you became an editor." Anyways, I'm gonna leave it here, folks. This has been on the perfect stream. I'm actually amazed at myself. It's still 11:32. It's Saturday. And I finally managed to do a Saturday. I finally managed to make it on Saturday. That's good. I feel happy. I feel glad. I feel happy. Now there were some Saturdays I could not make it here, but I think one of those Saturdays I was not able to Saturday because there was a ball game and I went to the stadium and we had drinks, food, pizza, danced to all the songs, and we went to the ball game. Yeah, and we saw it was the Georgia ball game. I forgot who we were going up against, but it was some sort of dragon mascot, lizard, dragon, crocodile. Not Florida. No, it was like a dragon mascot. I don't know. Anyways, we won. Like, it was wild. So, sorry. Anyways, so with that being said, and there's some Saturdays where I was like, yeah, I don't feel like it. That goes with the Mondays and Tuesdays as well. I just could not bring myself to do a stream those weeks. But I finally managed to stream this month. Yeah. Yeah. All month of September was just mostly just no stream. Won't stream today. Oh well. But hopefully, yeah. I might stream tomorrow. I have decided to okay, Sundays I'll stream. It's okay. Like, it's not like the streaming is like work or whatever. It just feels like, well, Sunday, and church and all that stuff. And so, like, some Sundays I have church, some Sundays I don't. So I guess the Sundays that I don't have church, I guess I could do a stream or whatever. I don't know. It's either tomorrow, which is Sunday, or Monday / Tuesday. I'll probably do some more streams. Not necessarily the Artificer, and we'll eventually get back to this. The Starfighter. So don't worry. We'll get back to it. And yeah, that's it. That's the end of this particular stream. I'm glad that there weren't any. I'm glad there weren't any interruptions. Unfortunately, I was a little bit late, but however, I made it up for it. Yeah, I've decided that I'll continue the Artificer just complete the book. I've decided that as much as I want to complete the other book, I've made the decision just to complete the Artificer. Nothing's wrong with Into the Pit, but like, just not ready yet. Actually, you know what? I will. Actually, no, I forgot. This is the month of October, and the movie premieres in October. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll take a break from the Artificer since I made it to chapter 2. And I guess what I'll do in the next stream is I'll reread Earned Not Owed, chapter 2, and I'll continue going on from there. But so for the next stream, or the next time I come back to the Artificer, for the next stream, I'll read Fazbear Fright's To Be Beautiful. And we'll all learn how to be beautiful. And we'll all see you all soon in the next video. Bye-bye!